Hello, tennis fan around the world. Welcome back to our channel today. We're discussing a topic that's been buzzing in the tennis community. Joao Fonseca cringes as mom kisses his cheek for family photo after Swiss indoors win. Before we dive into this exciting topic, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and turn on notification so you won't miss any of our future videos. Joao Fonseca cringes as mom kisses his cheek for family photo after Swiss indoors. Joao Fonseca will next be making his debut at the Paris Masters and will lock horns with Denis Shapovalov in the opening round. Joao Fonseca has become the fifth player to deny Alejandro Davidovich Fokina his career's first ATP title. Fonseca, with a 6-3, 6-4 scoreline, came out victorious in the final of the Swiss indoors on Sunday, October 27th. The win improved his head-to-head record over Fokina to 2-0, as prior to Basel, the latter gave the walkover to the Brazilian teen sensation in the second round of the Cincinnati Masters this year. During his winner's speech, Fonseca gave a heartfelt tribute to his parents, who were heading to Paris for the last Masters of the season, but changed their plans just before witnessing their son win his biggest title of his career. Fonseca later posed for photos along with his mom, Roberta Fonseca, and dad, Cristiano Fonseca. During this, his mom kissed him on the cheek to the embarrassment of the 19-year-old as it made him cringe, before both broke into laughter. They were the ones that believed in me. I was thinking about going to university, and they said it was my choice and they would be there to support me. I just want to thank them. Since I was young, my mom traveled with me. Since I was 11, I only traveled with her, so that title is for her. Prior to Basel, Fonseca won his career's first tour-level title at the Argentina Open by defeating Francisco Cerundolo. Both he and Fokina will next be playing the Paris Masters, where the former will lock horns with Denis Shapovalov in the second round, while the latter will meet last year's runner-up, Hugo Humbert. Joao Fonseca fulfills his childhood dream. Joao Fonseca wants to walk in the footsteps of his idol, Roger Federer, whom he met when Fonseca was in San Francisco for the Laver Cup, where he made his debut this year. The Swiss maestro lifted the ATP 500 event in Basel 10 times, the most in the history of the tournament. I watched on TV Roger playing this tournament since I was young and winning like 10 times, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pleasure playing on this court and playing here for the first time. For sure, it won't be the last time. The 20-time Grand Slam champion made 19 appearances in Basel and featured in 15 finals. It was in the tournament back in 2019 that Federer won his career's final singles title. Alejandro Davidovich Fokina calls Joao Fonseca the new Novak Djokovic Fokina. Like many from the tennis world, is convinced that Fonseca eventually would end up challenging the dominance of Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, just like what Novak Djokovic did during the Federer-Rafael Nadal era. During his runner-up speech, the 26-year-old said he is expecting nothing but a bright future for the teenager. You played unbelievable tennis today. You are the person of this sport. You have a bright future. You're gonna be the next Noel to beat Carlos and Jannik for sure. Alcaraz skipped both the Swiss indoors and the Vienna Open last week, choosing to rest his body before the Paris Masters, which kicks off on October 27th. On Sunday, October 26th, the four-time Grand Slam champion clinched the Vienna Open for the second time by defeating Alexander Zverev in 3 sets. Federer and Nadal have retired, while Djokovic is still searching for his record 25th Grand Slam title. On the ATP Tour, the Serb was last seen in action at the Shanghai Masters, where his run was ended by eventual champion Valentin Vachereau in straight sets. Alejandro Davidovich Fokina makes cryptic Novak Djokovic. Admission on Joao Fonseca at Basel. Alejandro Davidovich Fokina could not hold back his admiration after watching Joao Fonseca lift the Basel trophy. Fonseca played like he belonged at the very top of the sport, beating his opponent 6-3, 6-4 to secure his first ATP 500 title. Fokina praised the Brazilian's composure and fearless ball striking throughout the match. Fokina even mentioned that Fonseca has the potential to become the third guy of this generation. Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz have already established themselves as the big two of the moment. Fonseca believes Fonseca has the talent and fire to join them. Just like Novak Djokovic once emerged to challenge Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal in a past era. Davidovich Fokina said in his post-match ceremony, "You played unbelievable tennis today. You are the person of this sport. You have a bright future for sure. You're gonna be the next Noel to beat Carlos and Jannik for sure." The hype around Fonseca is not new. Many people still remember his straight-set win over Andrei Rublev in the first round of the Australian Open at the start of the season, one of the earliest signs that something extraordinary might be brewing. He helped Team World win the Laver Cup recently, showing he thrives in big environments and loves the spotlight. Sinner and Alcaraz have won the last 8 Grand Slam titles across the last 2 years, which has sparked endless debate about who might rise to join them at the top. Fonseca is starting to look like the answer many have been waiting for. Joao Fonseca kept his momentum rolling in Basel with another impressive trophy run. The teenager handled the final with confidence, beating Alejandro Davidovich Fokina 6-3, 6-4 for his first ATP 500 title. At only 19, he showed no fear on one of the biggest stages of his career. His hard-hitting and calm delivery made the difference. He is now the first Brazilian since 2001 to capture a title above the ATP 250 level. He is also among the youngest to ever lift an ATP 500 trophy. Fonseca has already built a strong list of results this season. Big wins at Grand Slams and Tour events have pushed him up the rankings very fast. His rise began with a strong upset over Andrei Rublev in Melbourne. He later won in Buenos Aires, becoming the youngest South American champion of the modern era. Success at the next-gen finals last year hinted at what was coming. Climbing from outside the top 100 to the top 30 in less than a year is simply remarkable. Davidovich Fokina once again fell short in a title match despite a solid week. Fonseca controlled the rallies with heavy forehands and steady aggression, finishing with more winners than mistakes. The Spaniard will reach a new career-high ranking on Monday, though the loss adds to a growing list of painful finals. Fonseca now leads their head-to-head and continues to look like one of the brightest new stars on the ATP Tour. Joao Fonseca's prize money revealed Brazilian tennis star. Joao Fonseca finished a brilliant week in Basel by defeating Alejandro Davidovich Fokina 6-3, 6-4 and securing his biggest title so far. The 19-year-old stood strong through a chaotic event filled with retirements and injuries. His reward is huge. He earns 500 ranking points and a career-best position of number 28 on Monday. He also collects $471,125 in prize money, a notable jump from last year's champion payout. Davidovich Fokina leaves with mixed feelings. Another final, another near miss. His run still brings him 330 points and a move to world number 15. The Spaniard also receives $253,875 for finishing runner-up. It is a solid week on paper, even if the result stings. Ugo Humbert and Jaume Munar made surprise semi-final appearances. Both earned 200 points and $135,300 each for their strong efforts. Quarter-finalists Riley Opelka, Casper Ruud, Denis Shapovalov, and Felix Auger-Aliassime grab 100 points and $69,125. Ruud and Auger-Aliassime will still need more results in Paris to chase ATP Finals qualification. Seeded stars Taylor Fritz and Ben Shelton fell earlier than expected in round 2, picking up 50 points and $36,900. First-round exits received no ranking points and just $19,680. The numbers show how valuable a deep run can be. Fonseca took full advantage, announcing himself as a serious contender with a week he will never forget.